Hi, I am Victor from 5 Minute Lessons. This is another episode of our program called Presented by Student for Students. This aims to allow students to share their knowledge and skills, motivate them to continue learning and developing new skills, and inspire other students too. In our previous episode, we had an overview of Google Docs. So if you have not watched that yet, please go to this link. Today we have one of my students 2 years ago. Her name is Carmina. I remember her as a calm, creative, and diligent student. Characteristics that will best fit for our topic today. She is going to share what Google Sheets is and will help navigate its screen. She is also going to show how simple it is to insert data, like a word, number, formula, and function. After that, she is going to show how to change the data format, let's say from text to number, currency, or percentage. Not only that, I heard that she's going to create a chart too. Then tell us how to share and print a spreadsheet. You know, some people think that Google Sheets is a difficult to learn tool, maybe because it involves numbers. Don't be intimidated because our guest today is going to show how simple it is to start using Google Sheets. So, what are we waiting for? Carmina, please start.
Hi everyone, so now let's start exploring Google Sheets. Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet application. If you've ever heard of or used Microsoft Excel before, it's kind of a similar application, but Google Sheets can be accessed through your browser window but still has the function of a whole spreadsheet application. So here is the home screen of Google Sheets. Here we can start by choosing to create a new blank spreadsheet or a template from these options here. You can invite others to view, comment, or edit the spreadsheet with you anytime. Here you can find your spreadsheet through the file picker to browse any folders you've set in Google Drive. You can also use the search bar to look for spreadsheets that you have created or have been shared with you. Here on the left side is the menu, which you can click to switch to your documents in Docs or other applications. Let's start off by creating a new blank spreadsheet. So here on the upper left corner of our screen, we can see the title of our spreadsheet. So let's start by renaming that. So for example, we will be doing a homework record. Google Sheets can be accomplished with words, numbers, formulas, and functions. So we can start off by putting words here on the first cell. Let's type in student's number so that it's related to our homework record. Okay, so say for example that we are done or we accomplished already the words and numbers that we need to input for this Google Sheets or for this spreadsheet. Let's switch that. I made this already, and this one, as you can see, I put the student's name here, the homework 1, homework 2, homework 3, total, and average. You can see their scores here below the corresponding title or number of their homeworks. So you can see we have here total and average. For us to find the total of their scores and for the average, we need to use functions and formulas. Since we are done with words and numbers, we're gonna focus on functions and formulas. So to find the total, we are going to use addition. But here in Google Sheets, you can also use other operations. But to find this, we need addition. So start off, we need to enter an equal sign. And then we click on the cell which contains the score that we want to add, this one, and then we add a plus sign. If you're doing other operations, use other symbols such as minus for subtraction, slash sign for division, and asterisk for multiplication. So let's hit enter, and you can see that there's already a total here. You can do the same for the other two by dragging this down, but you can also do it here by doing insert and then function and clicking sum, and then you just drag on the three scores, then hit enter. We also found the total of their homework scores. So let's just do the same for the third one, just like that. And then we go to average. Let's click on insert once again and then function and average. And then we click on the three scores and hit enter. We do the same for the other two. Insert, function, average, drag all the way down. Oh, to the right, I mean. Then hit enter. Okay, and then let's just do the same for the third one. We can also convert the data that we have into other forms, such as currency, date, or time, or many more. So let's start off by clicking the data that we want to convert. This is just for an example so I can show you how to convert the data. So we click on format and then number, and then for example we are to convert it to a currency like that, and then it's converted to currency. And then we try date, it's converted to a date, format, time, like that. Then you can drag it all the way down and it applies to everything. The same format for every data that you have on the selected cells. Okay, so let's undo that. And now let's create a chart. So for us to create a chart, let's remove this column because we'll only be needing the homework scores and their average. So to create a chart, we select everything or the data that we'll be needing for a chart, the ones that we are going to display on our chart. And then we click insert, chart, and right there, everything that you have input and selected is already in your chart. You can customize your chart here. Here's the settings. And then you can also change the setup. You can change the appearance of your chart like that to other forms. There's so much that you can choose from here in Google Sheets. Let's just stick with the first one because that's more suitable for this spreadsheet. And to share this spreadsheet that we made, we can just click on File and Share. You can share it with others and done. They can view this spreadsheet that we made. And then if you click here, you can find the settings where they can change permissions and share like that. And then you can also print this spreadsheet. You just also click on File and scroll all the way down, but it's not seen here because there's a tab here. So you can just click this one, print, and then you can print the current sheet or the selected cells and change the options here. There are many sizes, and you're done. That's the basics of Google Sheets. I hope you learned something, and I hope that you'll be able to use this in creating your next spreadsheets. Bye!
Thank you, Carmina. You made Sheets look so easy to use. I hope our viewers are encouraged to use Sheets as it has many advantages. It appears to me that Sheets is like a tool with paper, eraser, data converter, calculator, and charts rolled into one. Before we end this tutorial, I would also like to share 2 tips on using Google Sheets. Here is tip number 1. Suppose you already entered a table here, which is about toy sales for every quarter. Go to the lower right corner of the screen, then click Explore. Here we have the Explore panel. Highlight the numbers that you might want to compute. So for example, I will highlight the column of quarter 1. Notice that in the Explore panel, computed values are now shown. Specifically, they are sum, average, min, max, and count A. If you are not familiar with count A, It is simply a function that counts all the cells with data. To get any of these computations, simply click, hold, drag, and drop. So let's say we would like to get the average of ball sales for all quarters. We just have to simply highlight this we just have to highlight this row, and then on the right side you see here the computations. So we have to click, drag, and drop. Let's remove the computation first. Let's say we would like to change the format of this table. We can also use the Explore panel. We just have to highlight all the cells that are included in the table and then scroll down and select the formatting option. So let's say this one. Here's our tip number 2. We know now that charts help to visualize the data or understand it easily at a glance. So let's put an equivalent chart of this table. To do that, highlight the entire table. Then go back to the Explore tool. At the bottom of the Explore panel, hover your mouse to the applicable chart. So for example, I will choose this chart. To add this chart to your spreadsheet, click the Insert Chart symbol at the upper right. Notice that at the upper right corner, there is a 3-dot symbol. This shows more options, which are Edit Chart, Delete Chart, Download, Publish Chart, Copy Chart, Move to Own Sheet, and Alt Text. Alt text means alternative text. So when the chart doesn't load, maybe because of slow internet connection, what you will see is the alternative text. Going back to the chart, if you select Move to Own Sheet, another sheet is created with the chart alone. Now I have two sheets, Sheet 1 and Chart 1. Click the drop-down arrow to see other options like delete, duplicate, copy to, rename, change color, protect sheet. So let's say we'll rename this. And let's also rename this tab. We can also customize the chart. So let's say we would like to add title. We just have to double click this and write the title. Very simple, right? I hope those tips will help you on using Google Sheets. Before we end this video, again, I would like to thank Carmina for joining in today's episode. For questions or any feedback, kindly write on the comment section below. Please like and share this video so others will know how easy to create sheets. Again, this is Victor from 5 Minute Lessons. Thank you for watching.